Hey everybody, coming to you today with another Bible review. Got a little bit different setup today. This time I've got a little holder for my phone, so we'll see how this goes. But this is going to be a review on the Humble Lamb, the new Humble Lamb Premium Bible that just came out. This one is the purple, the purple edition. It's got the purple art gilding. This is the New King James Version. I've not looked at this as of yet. This is just going to be a brand new, out of the box, just opening this thing. So we'll look at this together and see what we've got. Starting out, the box is really sturdy. It has like a texture to it, as you can hear there as I scratch it, and you can see it has your label here. It tells you all about it. It is the violet under gold art gild. It has the violet ribbons. The leather's full grain goat skin, and it's the New King James Version. As you can see, it is just like a clamshell box, and on the top of it, it says the Word of God, Humble Lamb. So let's open this thing up and see what we've got here. And you'll have to bear with me. This is an entirely new setup. As far as doing book reviews, so we'll look at this together. So first off, right out the gate, it's very limber. I can tell. As you can see, they've got it bound by these strips of paper. Here it is. They have this little card that is inside there, and on the back, front and back. Now these were supposed to be numbered because these are the first copies. I'm not sure what number I got, so we'll find out here in a second. But let's get this thing unwrapped. Kind of get these out of the way here. And right off the bat, I can tell you this, that the leather on this is very soft. It almost puts me in the mind of the leather that comes on the 80th anniversary edition of the Omega thin line, the ESV Omega thin line. It is very soft, very flexible. As you can see, you can probably roll this thing up like a burrito. I mean, there it is all the way back. You can see that it's edge lined. It does have gold gilding around the edge, and it is perimeter stitched. And as you can see here, it says full grain goat skin. So there is that. On the inside here on the spine, if I can get it to where you can see, it says the Word of God, New King James Version, Humble Lamb. Now, most of everybody's going to be pretty familiar with these. We haven't got a lot of pictures. We've been waiting on these a long time. It does have some ribs on the spine. It has 6 ribs on the spine, all up here, none down here over the publisher's insignia. The back is the same way. I don't see where these are imprinted with the number. Maybe it's inside of the publisher's cover. Yeah. Right here it is. First print edition, number 6. So I was able to get the 6th one off of the line. So that's pretty good. I'm not jazzed about that, really. It just looks kind of like a sticker. I was expecting it to be kind of like the Allen bookbinders, the Allen publishers do. They bind premium Bibles, and on the inside cover or something like this here, you see that it would have first edition, and that's kind of what I was expecting. But this is okay. This is I'm looking at this as you're looking at it. Here is the very first page, the title page, where you can put your name and everything like that. And then you have, of course, the publisher's itself page. Now, here is the publisher's page. And I'm having to read this upside down, so bear with me. Copyright 2007. Typeset in 9-point Milo serif, printed and bound in China. And here's a little thank you note, as you can see here. Humble Lamb, it gives the website. And I will look over this extensively more later. This is Smithsonian. Of course, all premium Bibles are. And we'll look at some of the other things here in a minute. As you can see, let's see if I can get the ribbons out. Just bear with me, folks. It does have your purple ribbons, 3 purple 1/4-inch ribbons. And there was 3 different sets you could get. You could get a red, a blue, and a purple. And I voted for the purple because I thought it was very unique. You don't see a lot of the purple colors, but these are nice satin ribbons. As you can see here, your headbands, well, you probably can't see it there, but your headbands and your tail bands are white. So anyways, let's get back here to the beginning again. I just wanted to get those ribbons out. Like I said, this is the first time that I just got this out of the mailbox, and I know there's a lot of people excited about it, so I wanted to show it to you. Here is your table of contents, your New and Old Testament editions, preface to the New King James, and then you get right into the text. So let's look at the very first page here in Genesis, the Old Testament. So you have your single column format, paragraph format as well, with your verse references on the edge, the side column, with your notes at the bottom. It does have subtopical headings, and looks to be fairly nice as far as that goes. Here's some more little subtopical headings, and just kind of looking over these, you have your chapter headings up here on the top, and I hope that you can see this kind of stuff. I can't really see the camera, so I'm not sure what. I'll have to review this later and see if this is something else that I want to know. This is one of the reasons why I got this Bible, was these art little pictures that are all throughout it. This is Adam and Eve driven out of Eden by God, and it's the angel with the sword. But all in all, I think it's a beautiful Bible so far. I do like the art gilt on it, and I'll show you more about that when we get into the center of it. But you can see here's the kind of the good layout. The paper on it, it seems to be fairly thin for those that want to know. We'll look at Psalms. Let's get over to Psalms. Here's another one of those art pictures in it as well. Pages are still kind of sticking together. So here you can see that the paper is kind of thin. There is some ghosting here, and I want to get that up to the camera there where you can see it a little better. You see the ghosting behind it. So for one thing that I would suggest later on is that they do get some better paper, some thicker paper, but then of course you're going to have a much thicker Bible. But all in all, I mean, it's a beautiful Bible. Look, here's the art gilt on it, as you can see here. I mean, it's beautiful purple, and then when you put it together, it's gold and then purple. So very beautiful Bible. Let's get over here to the New Testament. I don't remember. Yes, these is a red letter edition. I couldn't remember if it was red letter or black letter when I was first getting it. Here's the Sermon on the Mount, little thing. This is a very beautiful Bible. I would get another one of these most definitely if they would come out with another translation. I don't generally use the New King James Version. I know there's a lot of people do, but I may actually keep this one. This is a very, very nice Bible. So let's try to get back here to the last chapter of Revelation. Oh, here's the New Jerusalem. And I suppose I was hoping that they would have, there's the Last Judgment, several images in the book of Revelation, because it is such a symbolic book. Okay, so here you have your concordance in the back, and we'll go skip over through that. And then, of course, you have your full-colored maps. These are kind of a gloss map going all the way through. And then the back, you have a few end sheets. The end sheet seems to be fairly thick. I like it. Really and truthfully, I like what I like about this Bible. Let's go over the pros and cons. Pros: I like the leather. I like the cover. The leather is not. I know some people had said that maybe the leather was going to be kind of pebbly like the Mac Brick, the John MacArthur Preacher's Bible. This is not. This is a smoother, softer, very supple leather. I mean, the one thing that I can say is that it does remind me of the 80th anniversary Omega. by English Standard Version by Crossway. It could have a bigger yap. It doesn't have a yap really, just a regular size yap. It could have a bigger yap. They could come out with an option for a bigger yap. Let's go. Okay, let's start over. Pros: the leather. I like the leather. I like the gold. The way they put it, they don't put the Bible, they put the Word of God here. I like that. I like the perimeter stitching. I like the ribbons. I like the art gild. I like the gold inlay on the inside. I like the binding. Now, some cons to the binding. Full yap. I'd like to see a bigger yap. I don't particularly like these ribs on the spine. I think they could be bigger. Other than that, the binding, I love the binding. The binding is great. The text. Pros. I think it's a good size font. I like the pictures inside of it, the art. I like the way it's set up. I would like to see a verse by verse, but I preach, so that's why I like to see a verse by verse. I like to see thicker paper because you do have quite a bit of bleed through on these. The point being here, as you see this, see the bleed through from the back side underneath the picture. So those are some cons to the print itself. As far as reading, I like the way that it looks. I like the ribbons. I like the length of the ribbons. I like that they angle cutted the ribbons. I don't like the fact that they put this little sticker in here that said it first print edition 006. You could easily get somebody to print some of those off, and this could easily be 001. I would have rather it have been here on the leather itself. The inside of this too as well feels like a full grain leather. It's a smoother leather on the inside. But overall, I think they did an excellent job on their first printing of the Bible that they have produced. These are very nice, well exceeded my expectations for when I purchased it. Now these right now you can get for $136 shipped. Later on they're going to be $149, I believe is what the price of them is going to be, which I don't feel is too much for a Bible like this. $150, I think it's well worth that. You know, I'm not saying that they don't have things that they can improve on. They certainly do, but they do have, you know, it's not a $200 Bible. It's not an Allen. It's not a big premium like that. The covers, I actually think that this cover and this binding is better than the Scholar premium Bibles. I'm not a big fan of Scholars. I've had several of them and I just don't really care for them. I do like the Allens, and I do like what they're doing here with this one. I like the Omega. I really felt like the Omega was one of the better ones that I ever had. So anyway, I know this video has been long, but I wanted to show it to you. And I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check this out. I will be posting these and everything else later on. And so make sure you subscribe that you don't miss any of my reviews. And like I said before, this is the Humble Lamb. You can find these at humblelamb.com, and they should have some more coming out. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Also, if you get a chance and you watch this, if you prefer this style of the camera angle being down on the Bible versus me sitting here and seeing me and looking at the Bible, let me know in the comments. That way I'll know which way is the best. Thanks for watching.